Hello, here is another video of me talking about my genitals on the internet for educational purposes. I said I would start documenting my process towards completing my gender affirming surgery, so I thought I would just start with some background information. Metoidioplasty is a type of gender affirming surgery for people assigned female at birth, where the surgeons will take the original anatomy of the patient to create a penis. There are multiple variations of this, but a full metoidioplasty happens in 3 stages usually. For stage 1, they take a skin graft from your mouth, split open the underside of the penis that has grown from testosterone, and attach the skin graft so that it's ready for urethral lengthening in stage 2. In stage 2, they typically reroute the urethral, so it goes from your old urethra to the tip of the penis, and they might also perform a vaginectomy and scrotoplasty. Stage 3 is for the testicular implants if you choose to get them. Some people also opt for a mons resection, which is where they take fat out of the pubic mound to make it flatter and to make the penis more visible.
Hi, we're just calling you to confirm the details of your upcoming surgery, making sure that you have got all the information. You're going to be admitted on the 28th of February at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yep.
At the Highgate Hospital. Have you looked on the internet how to get there?
Yeah, I've seen it on the maps and stuff.
Okay, so it's still a little bit of walking, sir, from when you come out of the station, and it's a bit uphill as well.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so 28th of February, 6 o'clock, which
Yep.
is a Tuesday at Highgate.
Okay.
And you'll be staying for 3 nights under the care of Mr. Sakarakis.
Okay.
And your operation will be your first stage, buccal mucosal metoidoplasty.
I am 4 days post-op, buccal mucosa metoidioplasty stage 1. So far everything's going well. I can't really see anything down below yet, but I am having my stitches removed in about 9 days. 1 week post buccal mucosa metoidioplasty stage 1, I have noticed that the wound kind of comes into the front of my mouth where my bottom lip is, and it kind of just feels like a really massive ulcer on the most painful day. I don't know if it's the nature of the surgery itself, with it being so intimate and like such a personal part of my body, but a lot of people I find just don't really want to acknowledge that it's happening. The most significant challenge that I faced this week has been the pain in my mouth. At times it has been pure agony, and I've just wanted to cry and break down and just hide and sleep until the whole thing is over. Yesterday I was 1 month post buccal mucosa metoidioplasty stage 1. Things are almost back to normal now. My mouth is still healing really well. There's nothing really to show that I've even had surgery in my mouth anymore. It's really just grown back. The pain has been almost non-existent recently. The skin as well is still really tough, really hard and thickened. Things down below are continuing to be fine. I'm waiting on a few stitches to dissolve or disappear or whatever they do. My name is Ocean. I'm a trans masc person. I was assigned female at birth, and I came out officially as trans when I was around 15 or 16. I was living in Thailand at the time, and I began medically transitioning when I was 17 privately. Things got more complicated when I moved back to the UK. It was an unexpected move. I was 18 and I transferred from private healthcare to NHS healthcare. I had top surgery privately in Thailand, and that was fine. I think I was really grateful for my chest to not be the way it was before surgery, so I never really paid attention to it, but there are definitely things that I would change about it, which I'll talk you through later. As soon as I got back to the UK, I knew that I wanted some form of lower surgery, and initially I was going to go for phalloplasty. Basically, I was asked to lose a significant amount of weight to even be considered for phalloplasty. And so I did all the things I was asked to do. I was given a personal trainer on the NHS to try and lose this weight, and even the personal trainer was like, this is not possible with your body, and it's dangerous if you do that. But I was like, well, let's just see how low I can get, and it wasn't healthy, it wasn't safe. Then when I got to as low as possible, I went back to the surgeons, and they still said I was not fit for phalloplasty because there was too much fat. So I'd kind of accepted that metoidioplasty with scrotoplasty and urethral hookup was what I was going to go for. I got approved for that and had my stage 1 in 2017 in March.
Take a picture.
Do you want it to be cleared? Any trays into that?
No, we're all right.
Okay?
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, thank you.
That was 6 years ago, and I have not had any more stages. My body just naturally gained weight during the recovery process. I went through a lot of trauma in my recovery process, and I also unlearned my eating disorder that I had developed because of losing weight, and also having a history of having eating disorders, which the surgeons were very aware of. I talked to the surgeons about my history with eating disorders and what my therapist had said, what personal trainers had said about my body, and the surgeon's response was just to be like, okay, well, have a couple sessions of therapy and come back when that's sorted, and then you can lose weight again. He asked me over the phone, not being able to see me at all, what my weight was, and I told him that I wasn't weighing myself as part of my recovery and something that was suggested by a therapist, but I could give him a suggestion or like a guess, and I did, and he continued to make comments about how terrible that was, how much I'd like let myself go, and how much I needed to get back on it to lose weight. So obviously after this I submitted a complaint, a formal complaint against him, which was ignored, and I asked to see another surgeon as part of the team because there's only one team in the UK that can perform this type of surgery. I was told that this surgeon denied everything that he said to me. I then got a phone call a few months later saying that he wanted to do a physical examination of my body, which meant being naked in front of him. I declined that, and I again said that I didn't want to see the surgeon because I had submitted a complaint about him and I wanted to see the other surgeon, and that was when I was just ignored and my other emails had not been answered. Since then I've had complaints about this other surgeon that I wanted to speak to and how he's made other people feel, which is not something that I'm prepared to put myself through for the sake of having this surgery. So that was when I heard about a surgeon in Madrid who performs metoidioplasty and doesn't take BMI into consideration because he's aware of the unreliable nature of the BMI system and how it was created and how it is flawed. We've had a phone call consultation, a video call consultation, which was at the end of last year, and I talked to him about all of my concerns and all of the things that I wanted to get out of surgery. Initially what I wanted was a urethral hookup, so just to be able to close up what was opened in my previous surgery and to be able to pee out of my homegrown penis. I don't really care about having a vaginectomy or scrotoplasty. I don't feel like I need to justify my reasons for not wanting a specific part of surgery. Having a vaginectomy, scrotoplasty and testicular implants are just not important to me. So I asked about urethral lengthening and a mons resection, which is where they take fat out of your mons and kind of give it a lift so that the penis is more visible. The surgeon then told me that there is a high complication rate when it comes to not having a vaginectomy and having urethral hookup, because the skin can be quite limited and you are susceptible to having fissures and I can't remember the other name. Basically, holes can form where the stitches have been. So with that knowledge, I figured that I didn't want to put myself through more surgery than was necessary, and I asked what the alternatives were. So basically, I will be having a mons resection, liposuction around my thighs and my hips, and liposuction in my chest. I mentioned not being 100% happy with my top surgery results from the beginning of the video. I have quite intense dog ears on my chest. I really have to pose myself intentionally to like avoid my chest from like creasing when I'm relaxed. I get a lot of eczema, which is quite impacted by the way that my chest sits when I'm relaxed. I figured that while I'm already asleep, he could just do that as well, and I wouldn't have to go in for another surgery in a few years' time when I'm able to financially afford it. That is what I'm fundraising for. I am trying to raise £8,000. That covers the cost of the surgery itself, the transport and accommodation, as well as being able to take some time off work. So far I've raised about £1,000, and each month I'm donating to it myself by adding £1 from every order I get on my online shop. I'm also chipping in as much as I can at the moment, and I'm saving up on the side. I'm really hoping that it will be at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and yeah, so I hope that helps. I hope you're doing well. I hope this video has been informative in some sense, and yeah, take care. Bye.